So students, coming to the next is what? Respiration in human beings. We have seen respiration in plants and animals. Next is what? Respiration in human beings. So what type of respiration occurs in human being? It is aerobic respiration, which requires oxygen. And for this inhale of oxygen, we have a special system called as what? A respiratory system. So coming to the component of respiratory system, the very first component of respiratory system are what? The nostril. This nostril serves as a passage for intake of air and exhale of carbon dioxide. What are the function of this nostril? This nostril inner lining contains a small cilia or hair-like structure, that is ciliated epithelium is present, which functions of what? Filtering the air. So it filters the air. Why? Because the air contains particulate matter in it, which can block our trachea or the lungs. So it prevents them from entering into the lungs. So the inner lining contains a small hair-like structure. Apart from it, this inner lining secretes mucus, which acts as our defense mechanism. This mucus do not allow any kind of pathogen to enter or the particulate matter to enter in our lungs. Whatsoever things comes through this nostril get stick on the entry of the nostril only. You might have observed that the secretion of the mucus increases when you got cough and cold. Coming to the next structure is what? Your larynx. The larynx is called as what? The sound box of the body. Why? Because it contains what? Vocal cord, which on vibration produces sound and different sound. We have a very well developed larynx, and so we are able to produce different types of sound and we are able to talk. This larynx is present in the throat or the neck region. Besides what? This larynx is present what? Pharynx, which we have seen in digestive system. Now coming to the next is what? The trachea. This trachea is also called as what? The windpipe. This windpipe or the trachea is made up of rings of cartilage. So it is made up of cartilage. Why it is present in a ring form, not as a single tube? To avoid just collision of air passage. During emergency, if all of a sudden, if you exhale maximum amount of air, if it is a single tube, it may collapse. So it is present as what? The rings, which reduces the pressure. Next is what? The bronchi and the bronchioles. The trachea divides into two structure called as bronchi, which enters into lungs, where it further divides into fine tube, small tube like structure called as bronchioles. So coming to the next structure is what? The lungs. When we talk about the lungs, they are present in our thoracic cavity, that is what? The chest region. The chest region is called as what? The thoracic cavity. The lungs are present in two in numbers on each side of the body and hence called as what? Right lung and the left lung. When we talk about the lungs, they are made up of muscles. They are double membrane structure, which is differentiated into inner and outer membrane. In between this inner and outer membrane, it contains a fluid which acts as a shock absorbent and it reduces the friction. The right lung is slightly larger in size as compared to the left lungs. Why? Because towards the left side, our heart is tilted more, and so the size of the left lung is slightly smaller as compared to the right lungs. Coming to the next is what? Your alveolar sac or the alveoli. This alveoli is called as the site of gaseous exchange in our body. So the bronchioles ends up into a small balloon-like structure called as alveoli. There are numerous of alveoli present at the end of the bronchiole, which together forms what? Your alveolar sac. So these alveoli are balloon-like structure which are very thin membrane and a single membrane structure. The membranes of this alveoli are supplied with the blood vessels. So maximum of diffusion can occur here. It is the site of gaseous exchange in our body. The function of this alveoli is what? It increases the surface area for gaseous exchange. and it maximizes the absorption of oxygen in our body. The next structure is what here? Ribs. The rib is made up of bone. So it is a bony cage that provides protection to our lungs and heart. The next structure is what? Below it is a diaphragm. The diaphragm helps in inhaling and exhaling. We are able to suck the air in and release the air out due to the movement of this diaphragm. The movement of the diaphragm helps uptake of oxygen and releases of carbon dioxide. So remember students, the breathing cycle occurs in two stages, inhalation and exhalation. This combinedly is called as what? One breathing cycle. So during breathing, the ribs lift, due to which the diaphragm flattens. This results in increase in the cavity of the chest, due to which we are able to take in the air. So while exhaling, the lungs do not exhale all the air. Remember, whenever you exhale the air, you don't exhale the complete air. A very small amount of air is still left in your lungs. Why? Because our cells need continuous supply of oxygen, for which a residual volume of air is always present inside the lungs, which maintain the supply of oxygen, or which maintains the continuity of oxygen supply in our body. So when we talk about large multicellular organism, as the process of diffusion is not sufficient in them, so they need a special mechanism through which this oxygen can be supplied to all the different parts of the body and in a very high and efficient rate. So for that, we contain respiratory pigment which takes up oxygen to all parts of our body. And when we talk about human beings, the respiratory pigment in human being is what? The hemoglobin. The hemoglobin is the respiratory pigment in our body. This hemoglobin is present in the RBCs of our cell, which has a very high affinity for oxygen. The oxygen combines with the hemoglobin and travels throughout our body. Whereas when we talk about carbon dioxide, the carbon dioxide travels in a soluble form in the liquid or the plasma of our blood. Okay, hemoglobin is a protein which contains an iron molecule in it. One hemoglobin molecules can take up maximum of 4 oxygen. That means a single hemoglobin attaches with 4 oxygen molecule and travels in our body. So this is how the respiration in human beings occur. This is what your assignment question, which you have to write it down, the answers for it. Thank you.